much. Good day. Nice weather outside.
Yeah, it is.
So how are you guys preparing this week?
It's a fun week. Surely the whole town's buzzing. Obviously, it's a big game, and it's going to be a fun little matchup.
How'd that game look on film as opposed to your initial impressions?
Obviously after a tough loss, you really look at all the critical things that happen. We played one hell of a game, and we just came up so short. Obviously, we fell a little behind in the first half, and that hurt a little bit. But we had the opportunity to win the game, and we just came up short.
On the QB draw on that one play down near the goal line, was that inaudible? I saw you whisper into Miles right before it.
No, sometimes I would tell him what to do and where to go and stuff like that. And so sometimes I would just talk to him and talk to the line and stuff like that.
You go from one strong front seven to another. What similarities do you see from ASU to USC and their front seven?
Their defense is really sound in what they do. They have a strong front seven, so it's going to be a challenge. But we're gonna have some fun out there. Like I said, when this offense gets going, when we start running the ball and throwing it with efficiency and stuff like that, it's really hard to stop it, no matter who we're playing.
When you look back at last year's game, is there any maybe added significance just in terms of how much USC kind of dominated UCLA for the previous decade?
Yeah, and that was one of the big things that we sort of wanted to change. The whole aura of, obviously UCLA, being the little school in LA. So now it's a different story, and we're here. It's two great teams coming at it, and the rivalry's back big and strong once again.
Do you think 1 year changes that?
Obviously it would be. It doesn't fully change the whole thing, but it's a start, and hopefully we can keep it going.
How has your star changed since that day?
It's crazy how much UCLA and Southern Cal game changes things. But to our fans, it's the game of the year. We could do nothing and win this game, and it would still be a successful season.
Now, considering their coach is trying for a job, and a lot of people are saying it's contingent on beating you guys, does that come into your minds, or you just go ahead with the game plan?
Yeah, we go ahead with the game plan. Whatever they're doing over there, that's up to them if they want to keep them or not. But to us, it's just another football game that we have to come out and play.
How much do you think this game would change maybe perception of the balance of power in the city?
It's going to mean a lot. Both teams are, I think they're 9-3, we're 8-3, and our rankings were real close, right next to each other again, same as last year. So it's going to be a pretty fun game. We're both right on the edge of where we want to be and getting the 10th win and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things riding on this game.
Growing up in Arizona when this rivalry was clearly dominated by USC, did it stick out to you at all growing up? Or is that just something that USC did so well that maybe it didn't really even register?
Yeah, I think just growing up, obviously being from Arizona and not knowing that I was going to come to UCLA eventually, just sort of watching the games and looking back on them. They were big-time games, even in Arizona, everybody was wild about them. So it's not just a rivalry here within LA. It's one of the biggest rivalries in college football. So everybody will be watching, and it's sort of fun to know that, you'll be playing and taking a part in it.
And the game announcers on TV the other day were saying how you really stepped up your game this year. What do you think you've done this season to elevate your game?
I think one thing that I've watched film and continually have stressed is obviously just maturing as a quarterback on and off the field. I think on the field you can see now it's not you got last year it was a more simple offense. You have your key throws, you have throw here, just throw it to him and get him the ball real quick. But now you're dropping back, you're reading defenses, you're really making checks, you're telling them a line where to go, and you're really taking control of the whole offense and understanding dropping back, moving in pressure, and making throws. And not everything is perfect, but there's a lot of things that I feel like I've improved on since last year. Just maturing as a quarterback, I think it's come a long way.
UCLA hasn't won at the Coliseum since 1997, I think. What would that do for, you mentioned the aura. What do you think a win at the Coliseum would do for UCLA?
It'd be huge. It's a very loud and exciting place to play, but it's always funny to go into a game and hear, when's the last time. Obviously, we went to Utah, not putting up points there for a number of years, and Nebraska not winning there in a long time. And, we always find out a way to push out a victory. So that's what we're going to have to do again this week.
When people look back at last year, I think the defining play they kind of look at is AB hitting Barkley on that one play. Did that symbolize anything maybe now, just looking back?
I think it just symbolized sort of where this team was, I think, and how we sort of changed. and sort of where we are now. So I think that it really symbolized sort of our mindset to not just that game, but towards the season and sort of what we're trying to accomplish is, we're a new team, we're a different type of team, and we're really trying to show what we have done these past 2 years.
You had a chance to look at their defense a lot, yeah?
Nah, not much. I'm gonna sit down today and break it down and stuff like that.
Have you seen any of Leonard Williams over the last year or two?
Excuse me?
You know anything about Leonard Williams at all over the last couple of years?
Nah, not really.
What was your impression of how Miles did, maybe in pass pro?
He did all right. I mean, obviously it's hard to just throw somebody in there and running the ball and just giving them the ball and telling them to take off with it is pretty simple. But when you that's why I said the offense now isn't. I mean, it's not just you can throw anybody in there and they know exactly what to do. It's a lot harder, surely with the line making checks. Now if I recall the mic, then the running back's job changes. So telling him what to do and him learning it in a matter of 5 days. I mean, and really trying to play fast with it is complicated for anybody. So he's come a long way, and he did a good job on Saturday.
Does this game maybe feel, or this rivalry feel more relevant than it was when you came?
I've always felt like the rivalry was really big. Obviously, like I said, it's one of the biggest in college footballs. But now, just because, I think, I don't know, just we're so close to surely, records, rankings, all that stuff. We've come so far, and both teams have worked this hard just to get to this point now, and it really makes it that much more epic of a game. It's going to be a fun one on Saturday. I can't wait.
If you lose, will you think your season fell short of your expectations?
No, not at all. And right now we're not even thinking if we lose. So, we got to get in there and get a W.
You've got a pretty big decision awaiting maybe after USC. Have you thought about a time when you might make that decision, or have you thought about anything?
Nah, to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Obviously, it'll be a hard decision to make, and after the SC game, I guess everybody would be ears up.
That's after SC. You plan on it wouldn't be after a bowl game?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, after SC, I'll be able to sit down and think hard and strong, and obviously we'll figure out where we're at from there. But either after SC game or after the bowl game, we'll be able to make that decision.